Hello everybody, good morning and welcome to That's Football. England are into a final. Take that back and listen. England are into a final. What a feeling. What a feeling that is, and what a dilemma we have ahead of the final. We're going to be talking about how we win this final and how I actually think that Southgate's got to make changes. Controversial or not, I really do think there's a lot from the final that we now need to be looking at and not just going into that final picking the same 11. I think it could be a huge mistake. But look, today's show is sponsored by the nice people at Wash and Go, and I just want to say a big thank you to Wash and Go, and probably a big thank you to me. A lot of people will be saying thanks to Harry Kane and Gareth Southgate, but look, I signed up with Wash and Go as an ambassador a few days ago. I predicted 2-1, 2-in-1, Wash and Go, 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner, 2-in-1, 2-1. I could also do things about, Denmark did Wash and Go and all that, they disappeared. But no, Wash and Go always means I start the day in the right frame of mind and in a good mood. And today I'm in even a better mood because England are in their first International Cup final since 1966. That's 55 years. And I tell you what, I couldn't help myself this morning. I was showering away, using my Wash and Go, my 2-in-1, getting the hair ready for another day. And I was, one thing I would say about the Wash and Go bottle is that it does disappear when you use a green screen. A little bit like Denmark. But it's also a very good thing to use for singing in the shower. It's absolutely perfect. Put a bit in my hair and then hold it up. I was belting out all the classics. Football's coming home. Southgate, you're the one. World in motion. Sit down, haters and all that. But the Wash and Go bottle actually makes the perfect microphone. And so when you're in your next top retailer and you're thinking, which bottle does it all? Then you only need to look as far as the best 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner in the UK. That's Wash and Go, 2-in-1. Click the link in the description and pick up your bottle of the very reasonably priced Wash and Go today. And thank you very much for them for sponsoring another show. Let's hope we can go and get another 2-in-1 or 2-1 against Italy on Sunday. First of all, I just want to address the fact that there will be people that don't want England to win and they'll be very salty this morning. What I would say about that is cry your eyes out because the reality is this is what's going to happen. I don't really care about what happened and penalties and 2 balls on the pitch and an alien, I don't know, whatever theory people have got. Bigfoot ran on the pitch and distracted the Danish defence so they didn't follow up the penalty. I don't know what they're going to talk about. But the reality is football is coming home. England are playing Italy or it's going back to Rome. It's Rome or home on Sunday and Denmark are out and so are Spain and that's it. And as an England fan, I've been in this position before where you wake up the next day from a semi-final loss and you go, I wish his foot was a bit bigger or, why did he put that penalty that way? The reality is Denmark are out. They were playing for penalties in extra time. They didn't get there. Deal with it. England are against Italy on Sunday, and that's the game where everyone, if they want England to lose, needs to focus on. I think that Southgate needs to make changes. It's a final dilemma as far as I'm concerned. I think England have been good in this tournament. That's why we're in the final. But I think we can be better. I think at times against Denmark yesterday, we gave up the midfield. I don't understand why he stuck with that midfield for so long, because the only reason we got hold of that game in extra time is because Denmark were tired. I think when they were on it and they had Højbjerg and Delaney, they were running that midfield. And that is the area that I think Southgate massively needs to look at against an Italian side that will run the midfield. Now, you can't go to a back 5 against Italy. That's ridiculous. We're playing at Wembley. We've got to utilise the attacking talent that we've got. I don't think that the starting lineup from the Denmark game should automatically start the final. I don't know what everybody else thinks. Get your teams in, how you would look at it right here, right now. I'm sure we'll change over the next few days. But to me, that team that started against Denmark doesn't justify starting the final. It wasn't that sort of a game. It wasn't the sort of game where you go, the starting 11 got the job done and then, the subs didn't really make an impact. I think that Henderson made a big impact. I think Grealish made a big impact. I know he took him off when we got the goal because he wanted to go to a back 5 and make sure we didn't concede, which is fine. But, Grealish made a big impact. Henderson made a big impact. And I think arguably Foden made a big impact. And more importantly, I think, and I've said it a few times, I think Raheem Sterling plays better for England off the right because he's, it's a natural side for him and that's where the penalty came from. So I think Sterling, statistically, has done more impact from the right for England than he does off the left. And, I think Sterling's better than Saka. And I think Grealish needs to start. So I would have Grealish off the left, Sterling off the right. I'm debating whether I'd start Foden over Mount, but maybe he will go with Mount even though he wasn't that good. But I'd certainly start Henderson in the midfield. So for me, Henderson and Grealish start, Saka and one of those midfielders, Rice or Phillips, comes out. I think that he will go with the same team that started against Denmark, but I don't think that justifies that. I don't think that performance yesterday justifies those 11 players. You're just being loyal, Gareth, and loyalty could end up going the wrong way. I mean, Italy will attack us way more than Denmark. Italy's front three, whether it's Insigne, Immobile and Chiesa or they play Berardi, they've got players who are going to be far more dangerous than Denmark. And we have defended really, really well, but we've got to attack better. That midfield has got to move the ball from back to front better. It's a very Man United-y problem, really. We have this same problem. And I just don't feel that Phillips and Rice progress the ball quick enough. It's very slow. And Italy are very technical. So I would bring Henderson in. I mean, look, the big line for me, and this is my clippable line. Doesn't mean clip it, but what I'm about to say is the most important thing. Henderson is better than Rice and Phillips. Mic drop, wash and go drop. It is. He is. He is better than Rice and Phillips. Rice and Phillips are good players, but Henderson is better. He is at the peak of his powers. He is a leader. And he's got better passing, and he plays for Liverpool. With all due respect, Phillips and Rice play for West Ham and Leeds. He plays for Liverpool. He's played in a Champions League final. He's won a Premier League trophy. He's been the captain of that team, and he's a better player. He's progressive. Henderson should start that game. I think he's more important than anything. Do I think he'll do it? No, but I think Henderson's really important, massively important. This ain't a dress rehearsal. This isn't a game where you start the same team that started against Denmark and then you lose and you go, oh, well, we tried. This is one-shot wonder. You've got one bullet. You better hit the target. And to do that, you've got to go with your best team. You can't wait for half an hour left or the last 20 minutes when you're losing 2-0. I'd start Henderson in this game. And I would start Grealish and I'd put Sterling to the right. And if we do that, I think we will win. But I think we're going to win anyway. I don't even know what team he's going to pick, but I will say this. I think England are going to win this game. I woke up this morning, a lot of people are saying, oh, Italy are going to do this, Italy are going to do that. Italy are going to do what? Italy stuffed turkey. Everyone does that at Christmas. They were rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. Apart from that, Austria nearly knocked them out. Spain nearly knocked them out. And Belgium, if Lukaku could finish, would have pushed them to extra time as well. I think Italy are a very hard team to beat, and I think it's probably got extra time written all over it, and it could have penalties all over it. But I don't see Italy, unless England absolutely underperform, I don't see Italy taking this game away 3-4, 5-0, something stupid like that. I just don't see it. I also have watched a lot of Italian football for the last, what are we in 2021, 30 years? I've been watching Italian football. I love Italian football. But as a fan of Italian football, I'll tell you right now, whenever an Italian team plays an English team, I always back the English team, even if it's Arsenal, because the Italian league is slow compared to the Premier League. Well, most of that Italian team is from Serie A, and most of our team is from the Premier League. Therefore, you have to take into account that this has an element of Premier League against Serie A. And on top of that, this is also a game where two teams don't really know each other that well. Italy and England haven't played each other that often. It's two differing styles. It basically is Serie A against Premier League. And in that battle, I think we will be quicker. And I think the tempo will be quicker. And I think that will hurt Italy. As we saw, when Spain got hold of the ball and up to the tempo, Italy struggled. Chiellini and Bonucci are very good, but they're not very quick. So I think England have to go at Italy. Try and keep that tempo up, because if we keep the Premier League tempo up against the Serie A tempo, we will be quicker than them. And I think people are sleeping on that. And I think we're going to win. I do think we'll win. I think we will win this game. I will even say, even if he starts the team that he started with against Denmark, we'll still win the game. He might have to make subs, but we'll still win the game. I'm very, very confident that we are going to win. And we are, we are one game away from greatness, and I believe that we're going to deliver it, and that makes me feel very, very excited. I'm going to enjoy the next few days building up towards it, because I think we are going to win it. And to say that and imagine watching the scenes of England holding up a trophy on Sunday night is just, it's so exciting. So look, I'm excited. I believe we're going to do it. I think people are sleeping on the fact that this is basically Serie A against the Premier League. I think technically Mancini's done a great job. And look, maybe they are going to be favourites in some minds, but I think we're going to do it. But I wouldn't, as I said, go into that game saying, oh, let's pick the same team that started against Denmark. I don't think we played particularly well against Denmark for an hour. I don't. I think it was only when we made the changes that we gradually started to get better. And I think by extra time, with Henderson on the pitch, we actually did grab hold of that game and relentlessly attacked them until we scored the goal. And I think Grealish made a big difference as well, because I think Sterling down the right hurt them down the right and Grealish was hurting them down the left. I think we were a better balanced team. I don't think Saka played badly, but I think at the end of the day, is Saka quite there yet? You know, he's a young lad. I think that Sterling and Grealish are the players to use, but we'll see what he does. Thanks everyone for watching. Get your ideas in the chat below and make sure you smash a like on the video. And big shout out to Wash and Go. It's coming home. Links in the video description for that. 2-in-1, 2-1. It's the dream team. Wash and Go and Goldbridge. Let's bring it home on Sunday. Thanks for watching. Speak to you in a bit.